Who on earth is eager to start the day on a Tuesday?
Oh, I guess T-Rex is. Oh, and why not? It's gorgeous outside. Blue sky means sinking air. Light wind from the northwest, which is best. This beauty belies a complicated weather map. Look at all those orange dashed lines. Lots of little troughs of low pressure. We're surrounded by high pressure to the west and to the south. With record cold this morning in Cadillac, Michigan, 21. Broke the record of 22 from 1949. Pretty old one. And inland today, a lot of dense fog, especially in southern New Hampshire. So dense fog often forms on a night of radiational cooling. The temperature gets down to the dew point. And then there's also these instability showers in Maine of rain and snow. That's indicative of low pressure. So we have low pressure and high pressure. It's all mesoscale. Mesoscale is small scale. So local geography and the sun angle and plays a big role in what's going to happen at your house. That's a stratocumulus layer out there. No, that's an altocumulus layer. That's a thicker layer of moisture. There goes a ferry south of the Hull gut. So it's going to be variable today. Wind this morning is going offshore. It's going to come around and come onshore. Lots of instability. So the sun goes to work, burns off that fog inland, heats up the land a little bit. Cold air up in the sky. So if you have warm air, which is less dense air near the ground, and cold air up in the sky, which is heavier, it turns over. And you get those beautiful springtime cumulus clouds like we had yesterday. Billowing, even though the surface air was from the east yesterday. Look at the clouds moving from the west on yesterday's time lapse. And we did end up with a little bit of rain yesterday. I think it was just a trace here. But in western New York, Jacob Feuerstein says the heaviest grapple storm or shower he'd ever seen there at Cornell. He's graduating this spring, meteorologist. And I said, wow, we kind of thought that would happen. What is grapple? Grapple is a snowflake that forms way up in the sky, say around 7,000 feet, comes down into a warmer layer, but that warmer air causes it to shrink and almost melt, and also to go back up in the sky because there's upward vertical velocity in these clouds. It goes back up, accumulates some rime ice, and then comes back down in a heavy burst, almost like a downburst, but a very small scale, not damaging. And that's what turns it into those like styrofoam balls surrounded by raindrops. So I posted that, Jacob. I said, yeah, that's coming toward us. And then Joe Kidston right over there and Cohasset says, it's happening right now. And I just happened to be in Hingham looking his way at that cloud from the shipyard. And there was a rainbow, which doesn't form with ice. So it was a rain in ice cloud. That was really fun. We're going to have a lot more of those today and tomorrow. So, how did we do in the rain gauge? T-Rex. 0.01. It's going in the book. 0.01. Did a little more mowing. What are you doing, Rex? You just heard me say your name? T-Rex. Look at the glistening grass. Does it show up on the phone? Anyhow, I think the key to my compost worm pile here is the grass clippings, because on Cape Cod I don't really have the grass clippings. I just have the leaves, and I'm not really getting the good worms. Anyhow, it's a different story. So we have instability showers. The wind on Mount Washington this morning was 1 to 3 miles per hour. When you have so little wind up in the sky, these showers don't move very fast. So you're going to have some slow-moving downpours with grapple scattered around this afternoon. We can look at the NAM 3-kilometer high resolution, and it shows those little but intense bursts of precipitation. You're going to have rain and ice falling from the sky. I don't think snowflakes. The atmosphere is not right to make good dendrites. Even on Mount Washington, we've had 7 inches of snow, but it's been mostly ice. It goes in the book as snow, but it's been mostly sleet and freezing rain and rain. Almost 2 inches of H2O on Mount Washington with 7 inches of snow since Sunday. So the mountains are getting a little coating, just kind of preserving the snow that's in place for spring skiing for those that are so inclined. I'm kind of inclined, but I'm also really into getting the garden going. And then, of course, the weekend comes and it warms up, and the guidance is all over the place with what's going to happen. The GFS allows the system to go off and escape south of New England Thursday into Friday, but here's the Euro, which had a system escaping to the south on Thursday, but now really slows it down. And it's not even getting to the coast until Friday, unless I'm missing something. And then you have high pressure building to our northeast. It's cool high, but not cold enough for snow. It's going to be a warmer atmosphere, and we're going to end up with rain coming in either Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. It looks like Connecticut. Oh, by the way, did you see what happened in Connecticut and Western Massachusetts? 3 to 5 inches of rain the other day. National Weather Service put out this yesterday. I hadn't seen that. But anyhow, that same area is going to end up with similar amounts of rain if the Euro is correct. We can see the quantitative precipitation forecast here for the Northeast from the Euro. How much rain? I don't think any snow. And it comes in later Saturday, southwestern New England, then only slowly evolves. And the Euro actually ends up putting a 978 low near New York City here. I think that's Monday morning. Not only is that heavy rain, there could be some thunder, maybe winds gusting past 40, 50 miles an hour near the south coast here over the weekend. Probably late weekend into early Monday. So it can happen anywhere in the time frame between Saturday and Monday. And then there is new upper level cold pool coming in next week, kind of keep these instability showers going into May. Yeah, I've been toying around with that 1977 May snowstorm on May 9th, the record latest snow on record. And I don't see any indications that's going to happen, but there is some cold air around. One more map for you, the 850 temperatures. The blue is the cold enough for snow, and then the yellow is warm, and you can see the blue lifting out and the yellow coming in for the weekend system, and then the blue coming back next week. So, not dull. The weather stick is kind of pointing down, even though it's beautiful outside this morning. I think it's a clue that the little baby clouds are going to turn into big black bottom clouds, a bit like what happened yesterday. And we're going to end up with those beautiful instability showers and rainbows this afternoon. More rainbows. Send me your videos of your rainbows and your grapple. We'll put them on Out the Door with or more tomorrow. For now, I'll leave you with yesterday's. Pretty interesting boundaries around today with the convergent wind coming in off the ocean and also off the land. We've got an updraft and virga. Actually, a couple raindrops did hit the ground, so it's going in the books. Trace of rain. I think you might know where I am. Snow level's probably down to about 4,000 or 5,000 feet. Gonna get colder before it gets warmer. Real interesting week. Last week of April. T-Rex, you just missed him. He's right there. Actually raining hard enough that I almost wish I brought a hat, even though it's a total blue sky right over us. Nice little shower. And rainbows do not form in snow. So it guarantees that the snow level is well above, guess what was that, 2,000 feet? Really fun sky. And a spot of the vernal pool right here. Watch out, incoming. It's not a vernal pool, but at least it's not dusty like it was last week. Maybe by May 1st, a week from today, there'll be water in here. What's your name? What are you doing? There it is. Salamanders. Well, I guess you need a log in there, but we have a vernal pool next to this, I don't know, maybe it's a choke cherry. Pretty buds. It's pretty Monday. This little dog running faster after the other dogs than I've seen him run in a long time. Right into the mud. I think the robin actually listens for worms. I've heard that. They stomp their feet. How do they feel about Tyrannosaurus rexes.